my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now, I asked you guys kind of on my questionnaire what you guys wanted to see for the next video, and a lot of you guys responded that you wanted me to make a video on rotation. So basically, I'm assuming that a lot of you guys end up dying mid-game or end-game when you're trying to rotate, and I'm basically going to help you guys as much as I possibly can to figure out how to actually start rotating properly and start doing better either mid-game or just end-game. Like, you see the top players all the time, people like Benji, Mongrel, Zayt, Saf, all those type of players, they almost never die mid-game. And they are obviously very, very good endgame. And the reason for that is, yes, they have very good mechanics and very strong building and editing abilities. But the main purpose and the main reason is because they have God rotation ability. They know when to rotate, how to rotate, when to build, when not to build, etc., etc. So basically, in today's video, I'm going to be helping you guys figure out how to rotate properly and become a God rotator yourself. If you're looking forward to this video, make sure you slap a like button on it. Comment what you want to see for a future video. If you guys don't know me already, I'm always literally reading your guys' comments. So actually do let me know what you guys want to see. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you use creator code WraithFN in the item shop. And let's get right into today's video. So at start, I'm going to be kind of talking about early game, mid game, and then end game rotates. If you guys want me to make a specific video on like just end game or just mid game or just early game rotation, let me know. But right now we're going to talk about early game and mid game. So the biggest tip I'm going to give you guys, and this is honestly so important, and I'll touch on this end game as well, but it's rotate as early as you possibly can. Basically, if you can help it, you almost never, ever want to be stuck in the zone fighting someone or get absolutely clapped when you're trying to rotate. The earlier you can rotate, the better it is. Now, I'm not saying, yeah, just like literally loot one house and start rotating the zone the second zone appears. No, I don't mean that. I'd say a perfect time is literally depending on where you are. So, for example, if you are in Holly Hedges and the zone's all the way at retail, well, yeah, you probably should start going before the zone even starts moving or before the storm even starts coming in. Like, you should be rotating early. But if the zone's only, let's say, I don't know, in like literally a 20-second jog over to, let's say, sweaty, well then basically you don't need to rotate as early. It's very important to just know where the zone is and kind of know what time you need to go. Basically, if it's far, rotate the second storm starts moving. If it's pretty close, then you can take a little bit longer, loot up, maybe fight someone or whatever the case, fight a little bit longer, and then you're good to go because you don't have to rotate as far. So now my next tip is if zone is far, and most of these will be basically acknowledging if the zone is far, and if the zone is far, is avoid, if you possibly can, avoid fighting people unless you see a huge advantage. So what I mean about this is some people will basically fight and the zone will be literally so far away. Like I said, you'll be in Holly and the zone will be in retail, and some people will fight you in the zone, or if the storm's coming and you need to start rotating, some people will start fighting you. But this is more about if it's yourself. So if you see someone and he's just rotating completely fine, maybe not the best idea to shoot at them if you have super far to go. Now, you can do the pickaxe swing. I personally do it myself, where basically if you see someone and the zone is far, you just pickaxe them. If they pickaxe you back, basically it's kind of a truce not to fight each other, and then you guys can rotate. If they don't see you, just follow behind them, just rotate, just don't shoot unless they you see them get their shield broken or they just came out of a fight and you literally know you have an easy kill or an easy third party. Well then, yeah, that's a little bit different. Then you can take the fight. But if you don't know anything about the player, or you guys have so far to go and you have no white heals, well then just take it slow and just play it careful and don't kind of push them. Now if they push you when it's you have to rotate super far, some people, like I said, are just dummies and they really like doing that. I don't know why. Zone fighting is not fun at all. But if they do decide to zone fight you, basically the one thing you can do is don't run. I see so many people just keep trying to rotate to zone, and they'll just keep getting lasered, or the person will just keep punishing them and pushing after them, which I personally don't recommend. What I recommend doing is literally just straight up W keying them. So if they start shooting you with their AR, they try and go for a snipe or something, if you're forced to heal, okay, quickly heal. But if not, literally instead of just keep trying to rotate, if they're close on you and it looks like they're fully engaging onto you and you can't really do anything, literally just straight up W key them back. Don't try and run, don't box up, you don't have time for that, unless, like I said, zone's really close. Just straight up W key them and try and end the fight as quick as possible. Yeah, if you die, it sucks, but if you don't, and you take as long as possible, box fight them, even if you win, eventually you're gonna die because the zone's so far away, right? So if they push you, what I recommend doing is W keying them back and basically forcing them to either kill you or you kill them. So now let's talk about a little bit more endgame rotations, because this is the important one and I see a lot of people struggling with this one, and it kind of is similar to the mid game kind of mentality where you want to rotate as early as possible, although you want to make sure you're not rotating alone. So basically what I mean about that is if you have zone and like say the moving zones right next to you, like you don't have to move anywhere, or half in half out, you don't have to move anywhere, you just have to move a little bit. Well then yeah, you can wait a little bit, and I recommend holding people because then you can get some easy kills. There's no point rushing it because it's right there, right? But if zones super far away, like half in half out is opposite of you, or moving zones opposite of you, well then what I recommend doing is moving the second someone else rotates. So if you see someone and they start rotating ahead of you, just follow them or do something like that, because if you rotate first and you're far away, you're going to get held, and everyone else who's close to the zone is literally just going to start shooting at you, and you're going to have the entire lobby focusing on you, which you definitely do not want at all. So what you can do is wait for 1 or 2 people to start rotating ahead of you, and then it's super easy because then you can basically just follow them or do whatever you want, and then it's just super easy to rotate and you don't have to worry about getting entire lobby held. Sometimes you still will get held, which sucks, which you can't do much about, but like I said, wait for someone else to rotate and then you have a way better chance at rotating cleanly. So now the next thing is make sure you conserve your mats, but you use it when necessary. So I see so many people struggle with when to tunnel, when to build, when not to build, and it's pretty simple. Keep your eyes open, look around, and engage where your potential threats are. Is there someone rotating right next to you on the ground? Are there 2 boxed up bases right in front of you where people are still chilling, where people could peek? Because if there is, well then you probably want to be a little bit more aware of them, and watch. If you see an edit, build instantly. If you see anyone close to you, build instantly. But if you don't, and everyone's just kind of chilling there, no one's really looking at you, there's no point wasting mats if you don't need to waste mats, right? Like if you see someone edit on you or you see something like that, well then yes, 100% build and play it safe. But if you don't see anyone peek at you and you kind of have a free rotate, there's no point wasting mats. Which kind of moves on to my next tip, which a lot of people ask, and that is basically when to tunnel or what to do kind of when you have to rotate with moving zones. And the best things I would say is, 1, like I said before, kind of play it safe. If you feel like you need to tunnel or you're in the open, use your tunneling. I've talked about tunneling so much, and I've talked about in creative how to improve your tunneling. Do it. There's no point not tunneling if you have good mats. If you have low mats, try and use natural cover or even break into old people's tunnels. You can always do that. It's quite a good play where someone else's old tunnels are there, instead of wasting mats, just go into theirs. Now the last tip I'm going to say, and this is an important one, but it is also pretty obvious, but some people kind of forget about it in the heat of the moment, where if you have time, if you have a little bit of mat, look up and see where high ground is. If you have the ability to take high ground, take it. There's no need for you not to take high ground, because it basically just gives you a free rotate. If you have some mats, you're not going to get damaged, and it's just going to be basically an easy win or an easy 2nd or 3rd place. Right now in this video, I might have maybe potentially choked this 1st place. Don't ask me how. I just struggled with it. I don't know how. But yeah, basically, again, I don't know how that rocket didn't hit, question mark. But basically, yeah, take height if you can. If not, it's no big deal. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you slap the like button, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a good one, everyone. Peace out.